Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we are going to discuss Chainlink and its token Link, conduct machine learning based price forecast, as well as understand the recent move in terms of Link that it made in terms of Bitcoin pair and USD pair, and also regression analysis and accumulation strategy and estimated bull target. None of the content is financial advice. Over the last 24 hours, Link has rallied by about over here. Yeah, it's the third most rallying crypto, has rallied about by 20%, price about $27.75, market cap above 17 billion, and also combined with a healthy volume of about 3 billion over the last 24 hours. In terms of tokenomics, for Link has had some of the best tokenomics going forward. Again, historically speaking, the tokenomics were not that great, but again, our channel has this target where if the total supply of the total supply, if more than 60% is in circulation, so for example 1 billion Link total supply, 60% would be at around 600 million. Now that it's over 600 million, in terms of price versus market cap growth, the charts look fairly the same. So whatever growth happens in the market cap gets reflected in the price. Again, that's the case. What we have found is whenever the tokenomics are favorable, that is at least 60% of total supply in circulation. In terms of why we are covering Link, again, one reason being, again, now that we are in this phase of the market cycle where altcoins do take some attention, especially when the bull market is complete at 60%. It was at 60% completion on December 7th, but again, this is not a linear process. There are local maximas, and then we kind of correct back. Right now the recent completion percent is 55%. We have taken a cool off over the last 2 to 3 days, and now we are back from that slump, and cryptos such as Link are pumping, and over the last 24 hours Link has rallied the most. Over the last 7 days Link has rallied again only at the second spot. First spot to Sui, second spot to Link. Over the last 30 days Link is rallied by 100%, number 7th spot, and over the last 90 days number 10th spot at around 147% rallying. So decent performance across all time period. Again, all these charts are available on cryptoweeklies.com. This was the heat map that we just saw, and the one before that was the peak valley bull market completion related chart. Helps understand how far we are along, and again helps determine when it's the best time to DCA. That is, again, when the risk levels are in the valley, and when it's the best time to DCA out, when the risk levels are in this peak. That's why we call it peak valley. And now Link USD related analysis. The recent move for Link puts Link's price above the 0.5 fib level. At one point in time, that price, when it was about at around $28.72, so that is the 0.5 fib level extension from, let's say, over here. If we just correct a little from the previous all-time high at around $52 to the bear market bottom less than $5 for Link. Again, we were making a lot of videos related to Link when the price was in this bearish slump. You can see over here, this is the YouTube channel, and the number of videos that we made related to Link over the course of the bear market and recovery. This was one of our first videos over a year ago. Back then Link's price was at around, I think, $8 or so. Now it's at least 3x of its of that price, and about 5x of its lows. So again, if you are interested in sticking around, especially during the bear market, when most of the favorable risk reward occurs, we do make videos throughout the market cycle, not just when the cryptos are pumping. So if you are interested in following that, you can subscribe and give this video a like to stay updated. What is the secondary level to watch now that we had wicked to this $28.79 level? Is the 618 level at around $34.41. That would represent about 61% of the move being completed with respect to the retracement from the lows, from highs to lows. And after the $34 is the $42 level, and then at all time high at around $52. And again, Link is one of the few cryptos which has been around for multiple cycles and has made new all time highs. Again, you can check over here. If we reset the price scale, in the last bear market when it was launched, I think at around 2017 time period, it did make a new all-time high in 2021 from its local high of around 2018, when it was the bull market peak of 2018. Most of the cryptos rallied till at around this um, point in time, that is. And then in the bear market also, it continued to gain adoption and had its bull market peak in early part of the bull run in May of 2021. Did not quite participate in the September, October, November time period when most of the newer altcoins took the center stage. Link took a backseat over here, but ever since that, in the bear market, it did bleed almost more than 90% from $52 to less than $5. So in the grand scheme of things, again, multiple all-time highs across multiple cycles begs to question that if there is a new all-time high for this market cycle, what could be some of the zones to watch for. The 1.618, which is a conservative estimate, puts Link's potential all-time high at around $82. The 2.618, a moderate estimate in terms of fib levels, puts Link's all-time high at around $130, and the 3.618, an aggressive estimate at around $177.40. So this is all Fibonacci level based analysis. We have machine learning based price analysis. Again, I believe that is more useful because it takes into consideration the historical data, uses machine learning techniques to identify what could theoretically be a ceiling at different confidence levels. So for example, if there is a non-euphoria bull market for the next 6 months, the price could be between $26 and $44. If on the other hand, if we witness some sort of a euphoria that is captured or encapsulated by the 2 standard deviation moves at around 95% confidence level, between $28 and about $65, and if we have a parabolic move of a 3 standard deviation blow off top between now and the 6-month period in question, the price could be between $31 and about $95. And again, the what we try to do is we only try to estimate 6 months out into the future. The pink line is the directionality related line which helps us determine whether the likelihood of price going up is high or price going down is high. So the pink line having an upward bias means that Link's price action is in a positive trajectory per the model. And if there is a correction, the theoretical support is between $16 and about $22. So this is the machine learning based interpretation for the next 6 months, not a estimated bull run peak for the 2025 bull run. In terms of regression based analysis for Link, still the price is under the fair value per the polynomial regression analysis. The fair value is at around $38. If it were to go 1 standard deviation residual above it, like it usually does during the bull market, the 1 standard deviation ceiling is at around $62 per the regression analysis. The 2 standard deviation, which usually corresponds to major peaks for Link, that is at around $101. So $101 Link would be as overvalued as it was back in March of 2024 per this model when the price was at around $20. That is because Link has been around for several years and it has consistently made newer highs over those time periods. So again, those things gets factored in this regression analysis. So the way to interpret this is Link at this point in time close to its 1 standard deviation bottom per this model. Again, historically has been a decent time to enter Link. Again, prices only spend only a handful number of if you understand and get rid of the other lines. Again, you can see that whenever the prices are below this green line, historically speaking, they have offered a decent risk reward at any point in time. Again, this is not financial advice, but we like to present all the findings that our models share. So this was the regression related analysis. The accumulation related analysis helps understand that right now the risk level for accumulation are at around 79%, because you can see the link USD, this is based on the 20-week simple moving average. Right now the 20-week simple moving average is at around $13. Price is above 28 or $27, that is above more than 2x of the away from the 20-week moving average, and that's why it's at around 79% risk. But again, the tops usually occur when the risk levels are at around at least the moderate tops, not the market cycle tops. You can see in the 2019 or 2020 bull market, this model would have shown you two additional tops before the eventual top. So again, this model does understand only in a short term what could be a cool off. Again, after these red dots were printed, there was a substantial pullback. That is because the price had gone too far away from the simple moving average. Historically speaking, that represents an overvaluation. Even though it's not a eventual market cycle high, it's usually represents a cool off period. Again, per this model, if prices were to go to somewhere between $35 and $37, that would represent a similar phase of the market when the dots would be red in color instead of orange in color. So apart from this, the DCA model and the time weighted average price model, we do have those models, and this model again takes a cue from the regression based approach. The polynomial regression based evaluation, again this risk color codes are assigned based on how the price is doing with respect to those. Again, you can see that during the overvalued phase of the March rally, this model had predicted link to be overvalued at this point in time. But although the price is higher now than it was back in March, the risk levels are only 15%. Back then they were at 91%. That is how. And the utility, another utility of this model is, again, if you are witnessing a bear market, and the hypothesis is only to invest whenever the risks are very low, this model does identify those zones. Again, if the hypothesis is only when the risks are lower than 20%, only DC on those times, this model helps identify those zones as well. And per this model, again, this is a conservative model, but takes into consideration what the price could do in the future. Price of above $56, till between $56 to $80 is considered moderately overvalued, and anything above $80 and 97, between those $80 and $97 range, is considered about as close to the eventual peak per this model at this point in time. Again, this model takes 6 months into the consideration, into the future into the consideration. So time weighted average price model, the last model that we have, has this entered this blue zone, which represents about 62% risk at this point in time. That is because the prices are above this blue line, which is the time weighted average price, at currently at around $9.69. And again, this model beautifully demarcates what is a zone to DCA again in the bear market. That's the utility of this model primarily. And also during the blow off top phases of the market, it provides a range to get out of the market in these red colored lines. So we are in this yellow regimen, because that is again not too overvalued or not too undervalued per this model. And if we take a summary of all of these targets, what we will have for link is at $28, again when the price was at $28, representing 12% regression risk, 66% time weighted average price risk, 68% SMA risk, weighted risk at around 39%. Estimated bull run target for this bull run, that is the ongoing bull run, that is not estimating 2025 blow off top peak, but again for this ongoing bull run at around $68, representing a reward of about 2.5x from the current price. And with this, I would like to conclude the video. Again, to summarize everything that we discussed, link on its USD pair again targets $82, $129, $177 per the per the Fibonacci level analysis, the bull run peak based on expected value is at around $68. The machine learning based price forecast in these three scenarios, the one standard deviation bull case between $26 and about $44. The two standard deviation euphoria case between $28 and $65 in the next 6 months, and the 99.7% three standard deviation move in a parabolic blow of top between $31 and about $95, or let's say $100 over here for link. With this, I would like to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed the content, and if you did, please give us a like and subscribe and to stay updated. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.